Hey y'all, so I'm back with another vlog today. Okay, I know y'all probably missed me. Y'all probably died. I really hope y'all did miss me. Whatever, but anyway, my little twang is coming out my North Carolina, so sometimes my words be like lagging and I have to like catch them up. But anywho, so we're gonna do a talk or whatever, and we're gonna just pretty much talk about the first time that I fell in love. Okay, so the first time I fell in love, I'm gonna say, damn, you have middle school loves, but I feel like they don't really count. So I'm gonna go to high school or whatever. I feel like that's my little first love experience, y'all. Y'all ready? Okay. So it was this little boy or whatever. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna call him K. So I liked him so much, y'all. Y'all know when I'm in love, like I be in love. But honestly or whatever, you guys, I kind of feel like it really doesn't count because I feel like high school don't count either. Like, I don't know when it counts because even college don't even count or whatever. But anywho or whatever, so I met this boy or whatever because I had a friend or whatever. So pretty much it starts, I had a friend and my friend ended up being his sister. So like one day me and his sister took a picture or whatever at school, and then she kind of like went home and showed, like he was on her phone or whatever, and like he seen a picture of me and he was like, oh, she bad. You feel what I'm saying? She bad, you know? So, you know, she came to school the next day and I'm just like chilling and she's like, Dominique, and I'm like, yeah, she know y'all. Y'all know that's my real name, in case you guys don't know, but you guys call me Nicki. So she got to school and she like, yeah, like my brother, he seen your picture and he think you cute and he about to start going here because he wasn't going to my school, so he was going to another school. So the days end up keep on going. So what ended up happening is or whatever, he ended up coming or whatever. So the day that he came, the first day, like his sister came with me. She like, girl, come on, like let's go see him. He in the office, like. So I go see the little boy or whatever, and I'm all like, I'm looking at him like, your little short self, like, you guys, I give equal opportunities, okay? But listen, he was short, and I had a thing for, I always wanted to date a tall boy. So y'all see I changed my camera angle, but anywho, so I'm looking at him and he just looking at me, and it's just kind of like we blow each other off, like whatever, you know? So then or whatever, I have a best friend. So you guys, my best friend even is my best friend now. Her name is China. So she had a boyfriend or whatever, and what ended up happening is the girlfriend that was, you know, okay, let me give these people some names or something. Okay, so I'm gonna say my girlfriend name was Beatrice. So Beatrice and her brother or whatever stayed in the same, like on the same street as my best friend's boyfriend at the time. So we would throw parties when we was in high school, y'all. Like we was lit. So we was throwing parties or whatever. So this one party that we threw or whatever, he came over. So I'm in the party looking like a snack. You feel what I'm saying? Looking like a whole meal. But for real, seriously. So like, it just ended up, like, you know, you had that chemistry. It was kind of like a Sean Paul song. Like, we was in, like, we weren't in a basement, but it was kind of like a basement, like, and it was just, like, you see each other, and you just, like, you work your way over there, and you start dancing, and then you like, I'm just, baby. After that, it was, like, the beginning of my first little love, you guys. So, I guess since I'm telling y'all how that started, I'll tell you how it ended or whatever. So this little boy, now that I think about it, y'all, like I was always a lover. Like you guys, I was always a lover. Okay. But anywho, so this little boy was just pretty much like playing, y'all. He was playing with me, you know what I mean? And I ain't had no game skills back then because I was like, you know, I just, you know, I ain't had that many boyfriends, you know? I don't know why, you know, I was the shit, you feel me? But so anywho, but what ended up happening or whatever, like with the relationship is like, it just became, it was really petty, to be honest with you. Like, when I say petty, like, it was like, this boy got mad at me because I found out that he was going to the bowling alley with another girl. Mind you, or whatever, initially, like, when I was dealing with him, when we broke up, he was like, I just need to be by myself. I need to get myself together, this, that, and the third, right? Here's a little filler. Now that I'm older, I kind of think that, like, the girl, you know, she probably played him out. You feel what I'm saying? Or he was dealing with her and then, you know, and dealing with me at the same time, and then she played him out. I'm happy, sis. But anywho, I'm just kidding. But now, okay, I get so fucked up when I be telling stories. Okay, so now or whatever, it's the next year, so it's like my 11th grade year of high school. I think it's like my 11th grade year, yeah. So this guy, I'm in school, and everybody like, Dominique, my best friend, like, Dominique, you know he got a girlfriend, right? I'm like, what? He got a what? Like, I'm like, sis, pick your jaw off the floor. My jaw is just, it won't get recording too. But listen though, I picked my jaw up off the floor. But so back then I wasn't smart though, y'all. I was young, and not only did I just not really look at the situation. When I first get with you, you get mad at me and break up with me because you're messing with another girl, and then it was crazy. I should have just known from that point to just be done. But when you already care about somebody at that time period, it's just really hard to just be like, I'm done with this person. So I fell back into it. So here we go. So at this time period, he has a girlfriend. I'm around him all the time because he becomes really cool with my best friend's boyfriend. So it's like very awkward. I'm always around them. Everybody knows his tension with us. Everybody's always cracking and joking like, Nicki's over there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't call me Nicki, but they're like, Dominique, you know, she's over there with da-da-da-da, and look at him, and look at, you know what I mean? And it was just very awkward. You feel what I'm saying? Awkward. From that point on or whatever, he started communicating with me. He's still himself. Like, he's still this very flirty person with me. And I'm being kind of like naive, like, no, nothing's gonna happen. So one day I have another friend, I'm gonna call her Abby. And me and Abby or whatever go over to my best friend's boyfriend's house because my best friend's boyfriend has a godbrother named RJ. So RJ's over there for my friend Abby. And then I go over there or whatever, and I don't really know until we start walking that my, what you want to call it, kind of ex is there. So I go there, you guys, long story short, you end up losing your virginity, right? The worst. So this is when it gets juicy. So then whatever, like, I was just really, you know, really scared because I was like, I'm not this type of person. I just, like, as soon as I lost it, it was kind of like your logic kind of set in, and you kind of think to yourself, what the fuck did I just do? You feel what I'm saying? It set in. And I was just like, yo, you got a whole girlfriend. I don't want my best friend to know this. I was really afraid and scared at this time period because I just wasn't okay with, like, a lot of things with just my sexuality, just everything. I didn't feel very beautiful during this time period. I had a lot of stuff going on, whatever, internally. So I told him, like, I don't want anybody to know. Don't tell anybody. Of course, you know, Abby knows. They can hear. Of course, RJ knows. They can hear. I hope I'm getting this to y'all right, like, this story. Like, it's a lot going on, the time period. So then or whatever, like, my best friend, I don't end up telling my best friend. Like, she ends up kind of, like, beating it out of me. But it starts kind of, like, getting around our circle, like, oh, Dominique, this happened. And I'm like, no! You know what I mean? Like, no! I'm a very private with that. You know what I mean? So then or whatever, it just kind of like at first it was cool. Like, I would see him at parties and stuff, and it would be fun. He would still be himself with me, but then he kind of like started changing because of course he had a girlfriend and he didn't want his girlfriend to know, and him and my best friend kind of like start beefing. So I don't know how to express that. So because him and my best friend start beefing, my best friend boyfriend and him start beefing. So it's like everybody at this time period is kind of like ends up beefing. So then or whatever, y'all, ow, my chair hurt my leg. Ow. So now it's beef. And not only is this beef, because when I'm in high school, this is when social media is really starting to really like jump. Like you got Instagram, you got Kik, you got, I think we started to get Snapchat. I think it was. So it's popping. So they had this one little app that was like attached to Instagram, and it was called XFM. So everybody had XFM or whatever. So when the beef started happening or whatever, me and my friend Beatrice, which is the dude's, his sister, of course Beatrice is going to kind of like, choose her brother's side a little bit. And I can't be mad at her because blood is thicker than water. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time period, I was hurt still a little bit. And I just didn't want nobody to know still, but people kind of like were starting to know around our group or whatever. And so like on XFM or whatever, like my friends, like they were all beefing. So it's like somebody was going on our XFM, like writing crazy shit. Like somebody was going to go write like, yo. So like they was writing stuff like, yo, you a hoe, and like just different stuff to people. Just like it was just beef. Everybody was like, you gonna catch this fade. Like it was just crazy. If you guys don't know what XFM is an app where you can pretty much hide your identity and go ask people questions or whatever. And it usually like it used to be on like in your bio on Instagram. So that's pretty much what I'm talking about. So it got crazy. I wasn't in it until somebody put me in it. Somebody was like, yeah, I know that you and him, blah, blah, blah. And he had a girlfriend, this, that, and the third. And, it was just very awkward. It's a very awkward situation. So I was really hurt. My mom really liked him during this time period. It was just crazy. So how do we end up fixing this situation? Because it sounds a mess, right? We kind of me and him did not talk. Like me and him then or whatever. Like with not talking to him for a year, it's kind of hard like to like pass somebody in the hallway and see them with a girlfriend. I ended up finding out so much different stuff from like other people. Like, oh yeah, his girlfriend, like y'all, she was wild. Like this chick was getting, how every school has that person that like kind of like get flipped and all that. Like it was going down in high school. Like so, and I was finding out all that, and I'm just like, you didn't want me, but you want her. Ha ha ha. Like I was just ha 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 ha. So what ended up happening is my senior year of high school, whatever, I ended up in a whole new relationship. But of course you have feelings left over, because that's still a situation where we hadn't communicated anything. So I was in I ended up having a Spanish class and math class, and it was my third and fourth period, and they were both with him in it. I'm in class like just like, are you freaking serious? So of course I try to sit the furthest away from him, and of course he comes and he sits literally right in front of me. Like I was here and it was like a desk right here, and he was set. It was the worst. Like it was just the worst. Like he just wanted to ruin my life, y'all. But long story short or whatever, let's keep it condensed. We went and we didn't talk, and then they ended up breaking up. And then he came to class one day, and like it was always awkward being in that classroom, because they would kind of like always talk around me. Like, I remember this one time, this girl asked him, like, in front of me, she's just like, but she doesn't know I talked to him. Nobody knew. She's like, yeah, I heard that you got a big, and I'm just sitting there like, and I just start doing my work, and he looks at me, and I'm just like, and right, I think the next sentence says, ¿Cómo te llamo? So, now, whatever, like, he pretty much, I'm always saying like, it's like I'm trying to get better with not saying certain things, because I'm a repetitive speaker sometimes. But anywho's, so he pretty much one day comes up to me in class, and he's like, I've been wanting to speak to you or whatever, but I feel like you're going to be petty or whatever, because I am petty. But no, we ended up like fixing it, and like he kind of like apologized to me. I tell him how I felt about him, but I tell him that I'm happy and that I'm going on with my life, because I'm in a happy relationship at this time period. And like pretty much it just ends, and that's pretty much my first love, you guys. The first time I ever really fell in love that I can recall. Okay.
so